you who are currently streaming live right now from social media or YouTube, feel free to check out the virtual interactive page right now at ocyogafestival.com. So before we get started today for class, we're gonna have a nice chill flow. We're going to do some fun things. Today we're gonna be working a little bit more on flexibility, working towards our splits. So if you have a couple of blocks at home, feel free to grab them. If you have a strap and you want to use that throughout class today, feel free to use that as well, or you don't have to use any props this morning. All right, let's see here. So some of you guys I know are streaming from far away, so feel free to introduce yourself in the chat and let me know where you're from. Oh, cool. Local from Irvine. Very nice. And I know there's a lot of you who aren't really on our Zoom chat right now, so we can't communicate too much, but feel free to comment as well on the videos if you're on YouTube or on our Instagram live page. And this morning, before we get started, I just want to kind of give a special thanks to some of our sponsors. So Viore is one of them, which is an awesome clothing brand. Gave me this whole outfit, so I'm wearing it today for class. We also have Kombucha, which is amazing. And Suja Juice, just drank one this morning, along with pH water. So thank you so much for your support. We'll just wait a couple more minutes before we start class. For those of you who are in the OC area, I typically teach at Yoga 6 Studios in Orange County. My main studio is the one in Verba Linda. However, I'll sometimes be at Irvine, or right now, since we're not really in studio too much, you'll find me on the virtual Zoom classes. So right now we have a lot of online courses like most places. So if you want to check the Yoga 6 out, they're awesome. And just a reminder for class today, if you have your props, feel free to grab them. Make sure you grab a water or something that you can drink throughout. I typically don't really give breaks or don't offer breaks throughout class, but feel free to listen to your body and take them whenever you want to. Plus you're at home, so I can't see you. No judgment here if you want to just chill in Shavasana the majority of the time. All right, we have just like a minute or so left to wait, but as we begin, feel free to just start warming up your body a little bit. While you're waiting here for a couple more minutes, you can roll out your head and your neck, roll out your wrists. We aren't going to do a whole lot on our hands, but of course, you know, in yoga, it is beneficial to have your wrists nice and warm and ready to go. If you feel like there's anything else in your body that needs a little bit of opening up this morning, feel free to do that right now while we wait for this last minute before class begins. Now, as I mentioned earlier, today in class, we are going to be focusing a lot on flexibility and opening up the hips and the hamstrings. Today's class is all about working towards our splits. So whether you're someone who does not want to go there too far, maybe your hips and hamstrings are a little bit more tight today, that's totally fine. Or if you're someone who's super, super flexible, this is always a great place to start or to work on. And I'll be offering you different options throughout class. So feel free to take any of those options or do anything else that feels good for you and your body. All right, we'll get started here in just a second. Getting our little playlist ready that I got for our class today. Right, and so just before we get started, I'll just introduce myself one more time. My name is Tamara, for those of you who are just joining in. And welcome into our slow flow yoga class this morning. If you have a couple of blocks, feel free to grab them. If you have a strap, feel free to use it as well. And listen to your body. That's the most important thing. So listen to your body, have a good time, and let's go ahead and get started. We are going to begin on our backs, lying all the way down. You can take any variation here with your legs, whether you want to extend them out to the side. If you want to hug them into your chest, you can let them come into a butterfly position, whatever feels best for you and your body. See what feels good for you. Close your eyes. Feel yourself connect and ground with yourself, and take a deep breath in. And open mouth, exhale out. Take another full inhale. And full releasing exhale. You can take your hands to wherever position you feel comfortable with, but if you feel like you need to gain or receive a little bit more energy, bring your palms out to the side, hands face up. You want to connect with yourself or feel a little more grounded, feel free to bring your hands to your belly, or one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And if you feel like you need a chest expansion, bring your arms overhead, placing one hand inside of the other. Wherever you are here, take a nice full scan of your body, checking into where you're at, how you're feeling, where you need to open up and release. And as I mentioned today, we're focusing a lot on flexibility, but it doesn't just mean flexibility of your physical body. See how and where you can be flexible in your mind and in your spirit. Seeing where you can encourage yourself to be okay with change and how to go with the flow. Take one more inhale. And one more exhale. Inhale, slowly hug your knees into your chest. Give them a nice little squeeze, gently rock side to side, massaging at the lower back and the hips. And then find stillness. Bring your arms up to a T, palms face down, pull your belly in. Knees are right over the hips. You can either flex or point the toes, but try not to relax the feet. Inhale, press into the hands, let the legs fall over to the left. Exhale, pull them in back to center using the abdominals here. Inhale, let the legs fall over to the right. Exhale, bring it back to center. Keep flowing through this left and right, nice and slow and controlled. Keep pressing through those hands and pull your belly button in towards your spine. If you want to take it a little bit more easy this morning, feel free to bring the toes to the floor. And as you rock side to side, or you can bring the legs overhead and start to straighten them and feel the obliques turn on a little bit more. Good. Once you're even on both sides, gently hug your knees into your chest. And inhale, extend the legs up overhead, flex the toes back towards your face. Exhale, reach your fingertips up towards the toes, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Inhale to roll back down, release the head down. Exhale, curl up and reach. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, curl and reach. One more time, inhale. And exhale, hold, grab the back of your right thigh, release the left leg long, keeping the toes active, and then roll your head back down. Inhale to hug the knee in towards your chest as you bend your leg. Exhale, press your heel up high towards the ceiling, trying to lengthen the back of the right hamstring. Inhale, bend it in. Exhale to extend. Inhale, and exhale. Now take your right hand either to the back of the knee, the thigh, the ankle, or the foot, and start to bring your knee to the outside of your hip. Coming into a half happy baby pose. Try not to let the left hip roll up. Keep it pressing down into the floor. You can feel free to extend the right leg out to the side or bring it back in. Just take subtle movements that feel good for you and your body. And then slowly bring your right knee back into the center. Hug your left knee into your chest and inhale, extend, press the heels away from you. Exhale, reach up, tap the toes. This time, grab the left side or the left leg, release the right leg long, driving the heel into the floor, keeping that foot active. Roll yourself back down onto the earth. Inhale to bend the knee in towards your chest. Exhale, press your heel and extend your leg up high towards the ceiling. Inhale to bend it in. Exhale to press. One more time, inhale and exhale. This time grabbing the back of the leg, anywhere along the leg or the foot. Start to bring the knee to the outside of the rib cage. Ground the right hip down. Take a breath in. Exhale, feel free to straighten out the leg, bend it in, taking any subtle movements here that feel good for you in your body. And then once you're ready, hug both knees into your chest. Give them a little squeeze, forehead to knees. And then roll yourself over onto one side. Gently press yourself up to a tabletop pose, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, hips directly over the knees. Press into all 10 fingertips as you spread your fingers nice and wide. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the belly dip, bring the chest forward for cow pose. Exhale, press the floor away, round and curl, bringing your chin to your chest. Inhale to find that extension in the front line of your body for cow pose. Exhale, round and curl into cat. Feel free to flow through this on your own breath and invite any other movement that feels good to you. You can roll out the ribs and the hips, roll out the head, whatever you need right now. Just follow your breathing. And once you're ready, slowly make your way back to a still tabletop position. Inhale to tuck the toes. Exhale, lift the hips up high to the sky, downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out the legs, bending one leg, then the other, letting the hips gently rock side to side. Relax the chest down between the arms. Let your head be heavy. Now check into your hands. Make sure you have equal weight between the hands and the feet. Keep pressing through those fingertips. You'll now find stillness. Inhale to hinge the weight forward, high plank, or knees to come to the floor for a modified plank. Exhale, slowly lower down onto your belly. Flip to the tops of your feet, pressing the feet into the floor so much that your kneecaps lift off your mat. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift up and roll forward, baby cobra, little to no weight in the hands. Exhale, slowly roll down. Slide the hands closer to the rib cage and inhale, roll up, press the hip bones down. High cobra, and exhale, roll it back down. This time, slide the hands closer to the hips and inhale, press to the feet. Lift up, maybe your thighs lift off the floor this time for upward facing dog. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the hips and the heels as high as you can. Exhale, drop the heels over to the left. Feel the stretch of the right side of the ribs. Inhale, lift back up through center. Exhale, drop them to the right. Feel the stretch of the left side of the ribs. Good. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop the heels to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the heels to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet. Have a soft bend into your knees. Let the chest roll down. Head hangs heavy for Ragdoll Pose at the back of your mat. Feel free to grab opposite wrists or elbows. Gently sway yourself side to side. The more you bend your knees and start to release that lower back, the more your chest will come closer to your thighs as well. Good. Now slowly make sure those heels are right underneath the hip bones. Keep that deep in your knees and inhale, slowly roll it up one vertebra at a time. Your head is the last to arrive. Extend the arms up high overhead. Breathe in, mountain pose. Exhale, press the hips forward, cactus the arms, lift the chest up nice, easy supported back bend. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale, dive it forward, chest comes down to the floor. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins, lengthen your spine halfway. Exhale, walk it forward, high plank or knees to the floor for a modified plank. Deep breath in, let the shoulders come past the wrists, come high onto the tippy toes. Exhale, elbows glue to the sides of the ribs for a Chaturanga Pushup. Flip to the tops of your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up high. Point the toes. Exhale, tap the toes down towards your left heel. Inhale, extend, lift that right leg up high. Exhale, tap it down. Keep pressing your chest closer towards your left thigh. Inhale to extend. Exhale, tap it down. Last time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, low lunge. Release the left knee down towards the floor. Make sure the front knee's over the front ankle. Back toes are tucked. And inhale, sweep the arms up high overhead. High crescent moon. Start to squeeze your glutes, press hips forward. Feel that stretch of that left hip flexor. Inhale. Exhale, send the hips back, flex the toes, fold over, half splits. Those of you who have a block, feel free to bring it underneath your hands for a little bit extra support. If you don't need it, keep those hands to the floor. Inhale, bend the front knee, sweep the arms up high overhead. Exhale, press the hips forward, lift the heart up, cactus the arms. Inhale to reach back up, reset the shoulders over the hips. Exhale, flex and fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale to extend. Exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. Option to keep the back knee to the earth or lift it off the floor. And inhale, reach the right arm up overhead. Feel free to circle out your wrist in a nice gentle low lunge twist. Reverse the direction. Make sure you're pulling your belly in away from your front thigh. Breathe in. Exhale, reach the right hand back down. Inhale to send the right foot back to meet the left. And exhale, flow through a vinyasa, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Point the toes. Exhale, tap your left foot to the back of the right heel. Inhale to extend. Keep pressing through those hands. Keep your chest pushing back. Exhale to tap it down. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale to tap. Last lift. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Low lunge. Back knee connects to the floor. Squeeze your glutes. Keep the toes tucked under and inhale. Rise up, high crescent. Remember to press those hips forward as you come up. Pull your belly in towards your spine. Exhale, send the hips back, flex and fold over your left leg. Remember, you have your block where you need it for your support. Inhale, bend the front knee, sweep the arms up high overhead. Exhale, press the hips and the chest forward, open up and cactus those arms. Inhale to extend and rise up. Exhale, flex and fold down. Deep breath in, sweep the arms back up overhead. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, arms up, shoulders over the hips. Exhale, hands come to the floor. This time, option to keep that back knee lifted or keep it pressed down. Inhale, lift the left arm up high, low lunge twist, circle out your wrist. Feel the shoulders stack over one another. Reverse the direction of your wrist. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Good, slowly release the left hand back down. Inhale to extend the left leg back to meet the right. Exhale, vinyasa, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full inhale here. Full exhale. Inhale to walk the hands back towards the feet. Exhale, soften the knees, relax the chest down for a nice easy forward fold. Make sure the feet are right underneath the hips. Deep bend your knees and inhale to sweep the arms up and forward, chair pose. Squeeze the inner thighs slightly together, making sure that they stay in line with the knees and they're not rolling out or coming in. Deep breath in. Exhale, can you slightly tuck the tailbone under, scoop the lower abs in and get your hips lower. Now look down at your feet, make sure you can see all 10 feet and you can, or 10 toes, not feet. Wiggle those toes. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms back behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Inhale, sweep the hips lower, reach the arms up and forward. You always have the option to bring the hands to the horizon if this bothers your shoulders. Exhale, fly it back. Full breath in, reach forward. Exhale out. Shift the weight to the left leg and inhale, right leg lifts, one-legged mountain pose. Flex the toes back towards your face. Exhale, hug the knee into your chest and feel free to circle out that ankle. Try to stay lifted and tall on the left side of the body so we're not sinking into the hips or bending the knee and tucking the pelvis under. Make sure you circle that ankle in both directions. Now hug the back of the thigh, interlace the fingers underneath, and inhale, bring your knee in towards your chest, shoulders back. Exhale, press your heel forward as best as you can. It doesn't have to straighten. Inhale to bend it in, pull the lower abs in. Exhale to extend. Just like we did on our back, but now we're standing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, point the toes, softly bend the left leg, and exhale, land back or forward, fly the arms back, low flying crescent lunge. Adjust your feet where you need to. You can inch the right toes forward, the left toes slide back to get the hips lower. Make sure that front knee's over the front ankle and feel everything power up through the entire back side of your body. Deep breath in, lift the back heel higher, lengthen the crown of your head. Exhale, pull your abs in tighter away from your thigh. Good, inhale, straighten out the front leg, sweep the arms up high overhead, power down through the right big toe. Exhale, dive the hands forward, modified pyramid pose. This is where your block will come in handy. If the floor is a little bit far for you, feel free to bring it closer. Try bringing a block or two underneath your hands. Good. Those of you who are keeping the front leg straight and pulling the right hip back, really ground down to this right big toe. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold a little bit deeper. Try to bring the chest closer towards the thigh. Keep pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, bend the front knee, spin the back heel down, and rise up, arms come out to a T, warrior two. Make sure you can have a straight line from that back inner arch through the front heel. Feel the legs pull your mat apart and everything's reaching in opposition. Deep breath in. Exhale, inch the right toes forward, get a little bit lower. Can you press to the outside edge of your back foot so much that that inner arch lifts? Inhale to reach forward towards the front of your mat. Exhale, right arm down, left arm up overhead, extended side angle. Feel the ribs pull up away from the front thigh. Inhale and exhale. Get those hips even lower. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Keep pushing down to that right big toe and inhale, straighten out the front leg. Bump the hips to the top of your mat. Reach up and back. Reverse that triangle pose. Exhale, rise back up as you press the hips back. Right arm down, left arm overhead for full triangle. Again, if you have a block, you can always bring it underneath your right hand. Think about the left hip pulling back, right hip pushing forward. Feel as if you're like a starfish wanting to get stuck to a wall. You want everything to be nice and flat and aligned. Good. Open up the shoulders, even pulling that right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale. Flip the gaze forward, lift the back heel, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Coming back to that modified pyramid pose. Deep breath in, press down to that right big toe. Exhale, plant the hands down, send the right leg back. Either flow through a vinyasa, or you always have the option to just press it back to downward facing dog. Wherever you are, make it to downward facing dog. Inhale, walk the hands back to the feet. Exhale, soften the knees and relax down. Keep that deep bend in your front knee or in your knees, pressing the weight into the heels, and inhale, rise up, back to chair pose, belly to spine. Try not to stick the booty up. You want to have a nice long flat back. Inhale, exhale, sit lower, fly it back. Pull the heart forward. Inhale, reach forward. Can you still wiggle your toes? Exhale, fly it back. One more time. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, fly back. Press the weight into the right foot this time. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Left leg lifts off the floor this time. You can always bring it a little bit lower, but try to keep that right leg straight. And then exhale, cross the hands over the knee and circle out the ankle. Make sure to go in both directions. Reflex the foot. Interlace your hands underneath the thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, press the heel forward. Inhale, hug the knee in closer to the chest, rise up. Exhale, press it away. Last time, inhale and exhale. Inhale, soften the right knee, point the left toes. Exhale, land it down far, slide the arms behind you, fly that crescent lunge. Feel free to adjust the feet where you need to. Make sure all 10 toes are pointing forward. That back heel is lifted up as high as you can. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, get a little bit lower. Good, inhale and exhale. Inhale, straighten out the front leg, sweep the arms up overhead. Scissor the inner thighs together as you press down to the left big toe. Exhale, dive it forward, modified pyramid pose. Use your block if you want to. Good, relax the chest down. Let the head be heavy. Inhale, spin the back heel down, bend the front knee and sweep the arms up and open. Warrior two, stacking the shoulders over the hips. Remember, pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Breathe in here, feel everything stretch and reach. Exhale, bend that front knee a little bit more. Press to the outside edge of that back foot and find your proper alignment here in your feet, just like you did on the first side. Now inhale, reach the left arm forward. Exhale, left arm down, right arm up overhead. Extended side angle. Feel the ribs pull up away from your front thigh. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Inhale, straighten out the front leg, push through that front big toe. Reach up and back, reverse that triangle pose. Feel that stretch to the left side of the body. It should feel so good. Exhale, bump the hips to the back of the mat. Reach forward and TikTok the arms for triangle pose. Again, try to keep the left hip pulling forward, right hip pulling back. Feel everything square off to the side of your mat. If you have a block, feel free to place it underneath your left hand. Inhale to reach the fingertips up higher. Pull your ribs away from your front thigh. Exhale to open up the heart just a little bit more. Inhale to look down at your front big toe. Exhale, square off the hips, adjust the feet, and lift the back heel as you fold down back to that modified pyramid pose. Keep pushing your left big toe into the floor. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, send the left leg back to meet the right. Exhale, either your way through a vinyasa or your way to this downward facing dog. Wherever you are, relax the chest down between the thighs and take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhale, walk the hands back towards the feet. Exhale, lift the heels, bring the hips to the heels, forehead to the knees, and squat and curl. Really try to round your spine here over your thighs. Full inhale. Exhale, release the heels, lift the hips up, forward fold. Take that deep bend into your knees and inhale, reach up and forward, chair pose. Exhale, fly it back. Inhale, reach it forward to chair pose. Exhale, fly it back. One more time, sit those hips low. Inhale and exhale. Shift the weight to the left side and inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Exhale, hug the knee into your chest, grabbing underneath the thigh. Take a deep breath in, sit up taller. Exhale, press the heel away from you, try to extend. Now inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, curl your forehead down towards your knees, rounding the spine. Try to keep the left leg straight as best as you can. Inhale to restack the shoulders over the hips. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, press the heel away. Good, you got this. Inhale. Exhale, curl it down. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, slowly extend. Fly it back. Low flying crescent lunge. Adjust the seat right now where you need to. And inhale, lift up. Exhale, press the back heel towards the floor as best as you can. If you need to adjust your feet a little bit and bring it in, you can. See if you can wiggle the left toes off the floor. Scissor those inner thighs together, right hip back, left hip forward, breathe in. Exhale, dive it forward, full pyramid pose this time. You can always have a soft bend in the front knee, whatever you need to here. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, as you lengthen, begin to flex the right toes. Exhale, hold that flex and see if you can drop your forehead down towards your knee. Then bend the knee if you need to. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the right toes back down. Deep bend the front knee, spin the back heel down. Inhale, open up. Warrior two. Find that reach, find that pull in opposition. Exhale, extended side angle. Now options here, you can stay right here. You can keep that block underneath your hands. You can gently rest the elbow onto the side. Or if you want a little bit more challenge, bring one arm overhead. Maybe the bottom arm comes to meet it. Now your chest is naturally gonna wanna turn down. So keep pressing this left hip back. Keep the shoulders rotating open. Good, breathe in. Exhale out. Inhale, power through that front big toe. Extend the front leg and reach up and back. Reverse triangle pose. Feel that stretch and reach. Exhale, bump the hips back and extend that triangle. Feel yourself open up. Full breath in. Little to no in the bottom hand. Exhale out. Inhale, square off your hips, gaze down to that front toe, and exhale, forward fold here in that wide pyramid pose. You can keep it modified with the back heel lifted, or you can ground the heel back down. Take a deep breath in, and deep breath out. Press your hands firmly into the floor, And inhale, sweep the right leg up behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, walk the hand back towards your foot. You can always bend the left knee a little bit. Try to ground the heel down now for standing splits. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Right foot down to the floor, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, squat and curl. Inhale, lift up. Lengthen, lift up halfway as you release the heels to the floor. And exhale, fold deep again. Drive those heels into the earth. Bend your knees a lot and inhale, sweep the arms up high overhead, chair pose. Exhale, fly it out. Full inhale to extend and full exhale. Keep pushing those heels down one more time. Inhale and exhale. Shift the weight to the right leg. Inhale, lift the left leg up. One-legged mountain pose. Exhale, grab underneath the thigh. Inhale to lift up, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, press the left heel away from you. Inhale to bend the knee back in. Exhale, curl down, trying to keep that right leg as straight and stable as you can. Inhale, stack the shoulders over the hips. Exhale, press the heel away. Inhale to bend it in. Exhale to curl it down. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale, slowly land it forward and fly the arms back. Find that airplane pose. Square off the hips, lift the back heel up nice and high. Deep breath in. Exhale, get a little bit lower. Keep pulling your belly in toward your spine. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up and forward, straighten out the front leg. Option here to seal the back heel down to the floor. You can wiggle the right toes, but keep those left toes grounded. Scissor those inner thighs together, pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, exhale, dive it forward, pyramid pose. Relax the chest down, let the head be heavy. Inhale to lengthen the spine, keep pressing those toes down. Exhale, fold forward more. Can you see your right toes behind you? Now inhale, lengthen the spine. This time lift the left toes off the floor, flex the foot. Exhale, keep the foot flexed as you fold down a little bit more. Good, deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release the toes back down. Start to bend the left knee. Spin the back heel down and inhale, open up, warrior two. Left knee's directly over that left ankle, so everything reach and pull in opposition. Inhale to reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Open up the chest. Good option to stay here. Again, you can have that hand or the elbow hang out on top of your thigh. You can fly it out, or maybe bring one arm overhead, pulling the ribs in and up away from your thigh. Option to bring the bottom arm to meet it. Just make sure that we're not twisting the torso down towards the front foot. Good, keep pressing down through that right foot. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, straighten out the front leg, reach up and back. Reverse triangle pose. Exhale, bump the hips back, reach forward for triangle. So the joints align. Now check into this front knee. Make sure you're not locking the knee straight back. We're actually actively pulling the quad up towards the hip. Maybe you have to invite a soft bend into your knee. That's totally fine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, square off towards the front leg. Exhale, adjust your feet where you need to get to that modified or full pyramid pose. Keep pushing the floor away with the hands. Inhale. And exhale, ground those hands firmly down into the earth. Inhale, sweep the left leg up high. Exhale, walk the hands back towards the right foot. You can always bend this knee. Feel the chest relax down. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to squat and curl. Good, as you take this squat and curl position, now see if you can heel toe those feet together, getting the toes to touch and ankles as tight as you can. Squeeze the inner thighs together and bring your forehead in towards your knees. Your heels up as high as you can, and then when they are, inhale to lift the chest. Get the shoulders over the hips. Exhale, optionally bring those fingertips maybe to a block to rise yourself up higher. Or you can let go, bring the hands to heart center. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, start to shift the weight slightly back as you press the knees forward. Exhale, tap those knees to the floor. Lift the chest up, shoulders over the hips for a toe stand. Keep underneath your peeking toes, making sure you're getting right underneath them. All 10 toes are right underneath your hips. Breathe into the bottoms of your feet. We're just gonna be here for a couple of breaths. So take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Then slowly walk the hands forward, come to a tabletop position, walk the legs back, and then circle out the ankles. You can tap the toes out underneath you. Good, now cross the ankles, roll onto your feet, and extend the legs forward in front of you. Hug the knees in towards your chest as you slowly rock yourself down onto the floor. Give them a little bit of a squeeze. Inhale, extend the legs up overhead, keep flexing the toes. Exhale, reach up and grab as high as you can onto your right leg. Inhale to extend the left heel down to hover. Exhale, switch out your legs. Keep the shoulders off the floor. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, gently pull that leg in closer towards your face. Exhale to switch. Inhale, draw it back. Exhale, switch. Good, keep feeling the belly button in towards the spine. Keep that core active as you scissor out the legs. You can always bend the knees a little bit or relax the head down if this is too much strain for the neck. Good, keep breathing. 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Make sure you even hug both knees into your chest. Relax the head down. Gently rock side to side. Okay, now grab the backs of the thighs and start to rock and roll forward and back. Can you rise at the top into boat pose? You can tap the toes to the floor for support. You can keep the legs lifted, either flexed or pointed feet. Breathe in, maybe the arms reach forward, belly to spine. Exhale, cross the ankles, plant the palms, send the legs back to downward facing dog. Take a full inhale and full exhale. Inhale to lift the right leg up high. Exhale, shift forward, bring the right knee in towards the nose. Now inhale, cross the right thigh over the left. Exhale, walk the hands back to the left leg. Release the heel to the floor and bend the left knee. Squeeze those inner thighs as tight as you can. If you can maybe reach the right toes towards the left ankle. We're gonna rise it up. Keep the hips low for eagle pose. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right arm underneath the left. All right, keep sitting those hips back. Whoa, falling over. Good, keep everything in towards the midline of the body. Deep breath in. Exhale, can you sit a little bit lower? Good, inhale to lift the shoulders up. Exhale, press the hands away from you. Squeeze everything in towards the midline of your body. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Inhale, slowly unwind, one-legged mountain pose. Exhale, hug that knee in towards your chest. You can choose to grab wherever you want to on the leg. Inhale to extend the leg forward. Exhale, bring your chest closer towards your thigh. If you need to keep the knee bent, just like we did the first round, feel free to do so. If you have a strap, feel free to strap it underneath your foot if you want that extra support and that little extra extension. Inhale, slowly lift up. Keep the right leg lifted. Exhale, reach it forward, shift forward, float the left leg off and come into a full airplane pose. Try to keep the hips square, right hip back, left hip pulling forward. You can always connect the knees to the, or bend the front knee. You can bring the hands to a block for extra support, or you can connect the back toes to the floor and come back to that flying crescent lunge, whatever feels best for you and your body right now. Feel the shoulders pull back, heart reaches forward. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale to reach the arms forward, either to a block or to the floor. Exhale, kick the left leg up, standing split. Inhale, bend the right knee a lot. Exhale, slowly land the left toes back down behind you. Low lunge. Inhale, rise up, straighten out the front leg. Exhale, dive it back forward, pyramid pose. Now this time you have the option to keep the back heel lifted or press to the floor. You can flex the front toes, taking any option that we've done already. But those of you who are ready to move on to your full split, keep the hands connected to the floor, or if you have a couple of blocks, you can always bring your hands to the blocks. Flex the right toes and then slide your legs apart in opposite position. You can keep the hands connected. You can always place a block underneath your hip for extra support, or if you don't need it, roll yourself all the way down and untuck the back toes, but make sure the hips aren't opening all the way and you're rolling to the back. Wherever you are, try to breathe. Keep those front toes flexing back towards your knee, pressing that heel away from you. Full breath in, you got this. Full breath out, whether you have blocks or not, press yourself up. Inhale, get those hips up. Exhale, bend that front knee, come back to that low lunge. Inhale, spin the back heel down, open up to warrior two. Exhale, reach forward, extended side angle. Option to take arms overhead, activating, getting a little more strength here. Or if you want to fly it into a half moon, with or without your block, you're going to bring your hand to the top of your mat, maybe to the slightly to the outside of the right foot. Left hand to the hip, walk it forward, float the back leg off. Keep the hips pressing forward. If you have a block, feel free to bring it underneath your right hand, feel the chest open up. You can always fly the arms in opposition as well. Good, take one more inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee, slowly land it back down to your extended side angle. Inhale, straighten out the front leg, push the hips back, reach up and over, reverse triangle pose. Exhale, this time flip the feet parallel, bring the hands to the earth for a wide-legged forward fold. Press to the outside edges of those feet. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold deeper. Think about tilting your pelvis up towards the ceiling behind you. Feel free to rock up the hips side to side, noticing the difference between the right and the left hip right now before we get to the left side. Inhale to lengthen, lift up. Exhale, low lunge to the right. Plant those hands down. Inhale, straighten out the front leg. Exhale, go into your variation of your right splits one more time before we leave it. You can choose to go to the same level. Maybe you go a little further. Maybe you back off a little bit. For those of you who are comfortably in your right split, feel free to press into your hands. Maybe start to bend the back knee and lift the chest up and back. You can also reach back with the left hand and grab that foot in, giving yourself a little quad stretch. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, walk it up to your hands. Tuck the back toes, square off those hips. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, sweep the right leg up high. Should feel so good restricting out the other leg. Exhale, slowly release, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, pedal out the legs, rock the hips side to side if you need to. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, shift forward, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, cross the left thigh over the right. Exhale, walk it back. Bending the right knee as you seal the heel to the floor. You can keep it at a single or hook it for a double wrap. And inhale, rise up, eagle pose. Exhale, left arm underneath the right, either single or double wrap with the arms as well. Squeeze everything towards the midline of the body. Make sure you're keeping those hips nice and square. Your hips and body are gonna wanna turn to one direction, so try to really pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Squeeze everything nice and tight. Inhale. Exhale, sit a little bit deeper. Inhale, unwind. One-legged mountain pose. Exhale, grab onto that left thigh. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, press the heel away. Good, you can choose to stay here. You can keep it bent, walk it down closer to your ankle, or if you have a strap, feel free to use that. We're gonna now bring that forehead down towards your knee. Fold it down. Press that heel away. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, keep the leg where it is. Slowly rise up. Point those toes and exhale. Fly it fully forward. Full airplane. Left hip back, right hip forward. Feel everything lengthen and reach as if someone's pulling your body in opposite positions. You can always take a soft bend in that front knee. Try to avoid locking out the leg. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Everything ignites down the entire backside of your body. Now inhale, bring the hands down to either a block or to the floor. And exhale, start to kick the right leg up high, coming back to that standing split position. Remember, if you have a block, use it for extra support if you want. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, land it back down. Low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Straighten out the front leg. Option to keep the back heel lifted or press it to the floor. Exhale, pyramid pose, your variation. If you want to flex the toes, feel free to. If you want to press that back heel down, that's always an option. Those of you wanting to move towards your splits on the left, and if you have blocks, they come in handy as you're lowering down. Keeping the front foot flexed, slide the feet in opposite directions of your mat. Maybe you lower down to the hip. Maybe you take a block underneath your left hip for a little extra support. Those of you who are comfortable lowering all the way down, untouch the back toes, keep flexing the front foot. And breathe. Try to make sure that we're not rolling open to the side, bringing the inside of the thigh to the floor, but that right knee should still be connected. Good, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, start to press into the hands. Lift the hips up off the floor. Exhale, slide that back foot in. Make your way to your low lunge. Inhale, spin the back heel down. Open up, warrior two. Find that stance, find that position, and reach in opposition. Exhale, reach forward, extended side angle. Chill out here. You can fly it, arms overhead if you want to. Those of you wanting to take it into that full half moon pose, you can take the hand to the block, to the floor, wherever you feel comfortable with, and then take your right hand to your hip to keep that hip grounded. Inhale, start to shift forward. Exhale, float the right foot off the floor. Make sure the left toes don't turn in. They're going to want to, so keep pointing them towards the top of your mat. Press the hips forward, lengthen the whole spine, and reach everything in opposite directions of the room or of your body. So everything pull. Good, last breath in. Exhale, slowly land it back down. Come back to that extended side angle. Inhale, straighten out the front leg. Reach up and back, reverse triangle. Exhale, flip the feet parallel. Reach down and forward. Wide-legged forward fold. Feel free to rock the hips out side to side. Let the head relax. This time, if you want to walk it to one side and the other, feel free to do that. Give yourself a little bit of a variation. You can always bring your hands to the outside of the ankle and gently pull to bring your chest through your legs as well. Bring the hands back to the floor and inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk it to the top. Low lunge. Inhale, slowly begin to pull that hip back. Exhale, take it again, your variation into your left splits here. Those of you who are comfortable pulling all the way down to your hips, feel free to bend that back knee. You can always reach back, capture the foot with the right hand, squeeze it in and give yourself that quad stretch depending what feels best for you and your body. Notice the difference between the right and the left side. We normally always have one more flexible side and one stronger side. This is definitely my less flexible side. My left hamstring is a lot stronger, but that's okay. We're just here to get a little balance. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, start to walk it up. Exhale, make your way back to that low lunge position. Inhale, extend the left leg up high. Feel that stretch and reach. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take a moment here to pedal out those legs. Bending one leg, then the other, rocking the hips side to side where you need to. Inhale to hinge forward to your high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Untuck the toes. Reach the left arm forward, bend the right knee, and reach back, capture the inside of that arch or that foot. Press both hip bones down into the floor. And inhale, kick into your right hand, lift the chest. Taking it to a nice prone dancer so the back activates. Feel that front hip flexor really open up. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly release down. Just taking it to the other side now. Bring the right arm forward. Bend the left knee. Reach back, capture the inside of that left foot. Press firmly down through the right hand and inhale to lift up. Make sure both hip bones are staying square and pushing down into your mat. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release down. Inhale, lift up, tabletop pose. Exhale, press the hips to the heels. Gently rock it out side to side in a gentle child's pose. Take subtle movements here in your hips as you rock them side to side against your heels. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, shift it forward, tabletop pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift it up, downward facing dog. Take yourself into that downward dog as you relax the chest down towards the thighs. We're gonna attempt our splits one more time on each side. Move your pops where you need to get yourself ready, and inhale, lift that right leg up high. Exhale, walk your hands towards your left foot. Come back to that standing split. Deep breath in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, walk the hands forward. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Low lunge. Inhale, straighten out the front leg. Press that right big toe down. Exhale, fold down. Good, relax the chest down. We can stay right here. You can slide that back foot further behind you. Maybe slide the right foot forward. And find your variation of your right splits again. Flex or point the front foot. Those of you who are comfortably down, instead of taking that back quad stretch this time, maybe start to walk the hands forward. Keeping the hips square and grounded, you can relax the chest down. If you'd like to find a little bit more of a challenge, you're gonna walk your hands to the outside of the right leg, and then bring your chest down and head towards the outside of the right foot. You're gonna start to feel a little bit deeper into the hamstrings. You're gonna start to feel your hips shift just a little bit. Maybe even reach the fingertips far beyond you. Good, inhale to walk it back up to your hands. Exhale, roll onto your right hip, wherever you are, roll down. Scoot the left leg forward to meet the right. Rock onto that soft part of your, or rock the soft part out from underneath you so you're really on your sits bones. Flex the toes back towards your face and take a breath in, reach up. Exhale, slowly curl it down one vertebra at a time. Inhale, bring the arms back up overhead. Exhale, sweep the arms forward as if you're like Frankenstein or a zombie rising up. Then reach the fingertips towards the toes and fold yourself down. You can choose to have a block underneath you, maybe underneath your head. You can bend your knees. Those of you who are a little bit more flexible, feel free to take a block or two to the bottoms of your feet, taking it to whatever length you want, and pull and hold yourself down further. Inhale to slowly roll it up. Exhale, walk and waddle those hips forward towards those heels. Inhale, rock it back. Watch closely. Exhale, we're gonna step the right foot down. Push the left leg back to standing split. From here, you can take an option and take one or both hands around your ankle for a little balance challenge. You can bring the fingertips out to the side. Take any variation that you want to. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly release the hands down. Land the left leg back and step it back to your downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, the left leg sweeps up high. Exhale, walk the hands back towards the right foot. Come back to that standing split. Relax the head down. Let it hang heavy. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, walk it forward. Back to that three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Inhale to pull the left hip back, straighten out that front leg. And exhale, make your way down into your variation of your left side split. Try to find that squareness in your hips. Those of you who are comfortably down, feel free to bring the hands forward, bring the chest down. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, feel free to walk the hands to the outside of the left leg and hip, and then pull your chest down in that direction. Inhale to roll yourself back up. Exhale, start to roll onto that left hip. Bring that right leg forward. Rock side to side, finger on those sits bones, flex those toes back towards your face. Inhale to reach up overhead. Exhale, slowly roll it down, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands reach forward, roll it back up to your toes, and hold down. Then take any variations here that you need to in this forward fold. Hands and knees come to the blocks underneath your feet. You could bring a block on top of your thighs or between the knees for a little head support. You can inhale, roll yourself back up. Exhale, scoot the hips closer towards your heels. Grab the backs of the thighs. We're gonna rock and roll back once to land on that left foot. Inhale to rock it back. Exhale, left foot plant. Sweep the right leg long behind you. Come back to that standing split. Full breath in. Exhale, slowly release, forward fold. Feet come right underneath the hips. Inhale to lengthen up halfway. Exhale, squat and curl, forehead to knees. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, release down onto a seat. We're gonna bring the soles of our feet together and just start to cool down a little bit. Hopefully your hamstrings feel nice and open. Rock side to side, making sure you're really on your sits bones. You can choose to bring your heels in as close towards your hips as you want to. The closer you'll get in here, the more you'll get into those hips. The further you bring the feet away, the more you'll get into the outside of the backs of those hamstrings. So your option, whatever you want, but grab onto the ankles rather than the toes. And inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, pull the heart forward. Press the elbows down into the thighs, and then relax the head down. Make sure the hips stay connected to the floor. You can always bring a block underneath your forehead for support, underneath your chest, on top of your feet. You can even sit on top of a block if you feel like your lower back is a little tight. Feel free to sit one up just to help tilt your pelvis slightly forward. Inhale to slowly roll it up. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Okay, now slowly heel toe the feet apart about hip width distance. Flip the palms down to the floor, fingertips face towards your feet. Roll the shoulders back, chest is lifted, and inhale, drive to the heels, lift the hips up, open up the shoulders, and exhale, let the head gently fall back if it feels good for you to just relax the chest. Deep breath in, maybe lift those hips up a little higher. Then exhale, slowly roll back down, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, grab the backs of the thighs, and exhale, roll onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest, give them that gentle hug and squeeze, rocking side to side. Then release the feet back down towards the earth. Inhale, flex the right foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, cross it over the left thigh. Now take your left hand and grab onto the right ankle. Keep pressing that knee away from you, and on your inhale, let the sole of the right foot come down to the floor. Exhale, press that knee away so you can start to stretch out right here in that front diagonal of your right hip. Full breath in. Full exhale out. Option to relax that right leg now and come into a nice supine twist. You can choose to keep the legs crossed and cross them, straighten out that leg, open up the arms, whatever feels good for you and your body. And slowly bring those knees back into center. Give them a gentle hug and squeeze. Then exhale, release the soles of the feet onto the floor. Inhale to flex the left foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, connect the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Reach down and grab your left ankle with the right hand. Press the left knee away. Then inhale, let the sole of the foot fall over to the right. Exhale, press the left knee away. Feel that nice deep stretch right here in that front of your hip. Once you're ready, feel free to take any other leg variations here that you want to come into that supine twist. Maybe opening up the arms, you can stack the hips one over the other. Whatever feels best for you and your body right now. Inhale to hug the knees back into your chest. Give them a gentle hug and squeeze. You could rock them side to side. Then grab the outside of the thighs, maybe the backs of the knees, the calves or ankles, and then let the legs fall open into happy baby pose. Knees come to the outside of the rib cage. Let the legs just completely relax. The weight of your legs is being supported by the strength of your arms. If you feel comfortable with it, you can always grab your feet as well. Just make sure that the entire spine stays connected to the floor, including your hips and your head. You can rock side to side in this baby pose. You can straighten out one leg, then the other. Just making sure you're keeping that spine connected. And inhale, hug the knees back into your chest. If there are any other stretches you would like to take, feel free to take them. Otherwise, give yourself a nice deep loving hug and squeeze, bringing the forehead to the knees. Breathe in. And exhale, relax all the way down to your final Shavasana. Let the entire body just melt here into the floor. Try to find complete stillness and take any position that feels good for you and your body. Let the entire body be heavy. And take this opportunity to take a full scan of your body. Just check into where you're at physically. Notice any areas that were able to open, where you're able to release, where you're able to let go. Recognize the flexibility you have built both in your physical practice and hopefully a little bit mentally. Maybe you've tried something new, a new transition, a new way of getting in and out of a pose. And just learning to be okay with that change. If you are in the comfort of your own home, feel free to stay here for as long as you would like to. Letting your breath be heavy, allowing your body to just float here in this space. But if you are ready to move on with the rest of your Sunday, feel free to invite subtle movements back into your fingertips and into your toes. Gently rock your head side to side. Take a deep breath in as you fill up your entire body. And an open sigh of relief. Start to reconnect with your intention. Reconnect with your breath. And when you're ready, slowly roll yourself onto your favorite side. Once you feel ready, push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Getting your shoulders right over the hips, head just floats above the body. And I invite you to close your eyes and connect your hands together at your heart. Take a full breath in and open mouth, exhale out. Inhale a little bit of extra gratitude, love, and appreciation for yourself and for your life. And exhale out as you share that positivity with everyone else right now. Take one more deep breath in as you remind yourself the importance of staying flexible, of being able to change with the changes. And on our exhale, we bow forward to honor and seal that practice. Namaste. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today for this early morning slow flow on this Sunday morning. My name is Tamara, for those of you who don't know me. And once again, I wanted to thank all of our sponsors, especially Viore, for this fabulous outfit. It is seriously so comfortable. So if you don't know them or haven't checked them out, feel free to check them out. Also, thank you to pH Water, Co Kombucha, and Sujo, all delicious, all keeping me hydrated. So it's awesome. And thank you all for being here and for joining us. We are doing a survey to see how we should stream for future festivals. We're gonna probably try to do one monthly, which is awesome, a virtual OC Yoga Festival, the last Saturday of each month. And they're all donation based. So hopefully we'll see you in person sometime in the near future, maybe November. So if you want to give your input on stuff, feel free to offer it up, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thanks, everyone. Oh, sorry, one more thing. I'm told you can donate in Venmo to Yoga Guide. So just at Yoga Guide if you feel like you want to donate. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed class this morning, and I'll see you around. Maybe I'll see you guys sometimes out in OC.